What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. Back in here, one more reaction video, ladies and gentlemen. And today, I got a clip from my OGs, man. Mr. Anton Daniels and Charleston White. I say if it was information out like this when I was growing up, I would have made a lot of different choices. But my choices led me to be the young man I am now. And hey, here we are. This is your first time to the channel, welcome. As I like to say, we simply spirits encased in human flesh. Just trying to figure out this thing called life, not nearly divided as the media can make it seem every single day. And on this video, we're going to talk about how the black community only have rappers and gangsters to look up to. And there's a lot of truth in this video. And I like to talk about, my mother and father and how I grew up in a traumatic situation. But this video is going to highlight the other side of my parents and how they protect me from the urban environment and didn't let me fall victim to a lot of the stereotypes and things that the average kid does fall victim to.
The right words to a kid, homie, give them, it'll equip them, homie, for their journey.
Yeah.
Just that moment, that meeting. But what happened, homie, they don't get to meet great people. Ain't no bankers coming down through. They don't get to meet great people and hear words. Those words are like seed sown.
Mm-hmm.
But when the dope boy's saying, homie, them ain't seeds. Them ain't seeds that can sprout a good harvest. When a man of ill will speak to you,
mm-hmm.
no matter how righteous it is, his actions.
Yep. Is that why all of our children want to be rappers and ball players?
That's the only thing they got access to.
That's all I hear.
Listen to what I'm saying. That's the only thing they got access to, homie. When you cut on the television, where's the scientists?
Yeah.
At least we saw Doc.
And pause it right there. Something that my father always said that stuck with me. He said, don't listen to nobody on TV because they don't pay no bills in this house. So yeah, I idolized Kobe Bryant as a basketball player. And I thought Lil Wayne was a dope rapper and all that, and he's the reason I started getting the tattoos. But it was something about my daddy when he came through the door, and when he spoke his word on how he felt, it changed everything about me. I just found out a few years ago, he told me he never wanted me to start getting tattoos. But I went to mama behind his back, and mama had to deal with him, and they argued. And I just wish that my father stood up a lot more to my mama, because I wouldn't have made a lot of negative choices. I wouldn't have been sleeping with as many women. I would have valued myself more. But he was kind of checked out, dealing with the loss of my grandmother. But once again, man, having parents that care about you and that give you gems of wisdom at a young age, it pays long-term dividends.
To Bill Cosby.
Yep.
Dr. Cliff Huxtable.
Yep.
What was his wife? She was a lawyer.
Yep.
What was George Jefferson? He owned the cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on up.
What was Carl Winslow? He was a police officer, family man.
Yep.
What
Family
was
Matters.
Yeah, so they ain't got access to nothing else.
The name of the show was Family Matters.
They ain't got access to nothing else, homie. You ain't seeing no black pilot. When they go to ain't no black doctor showing up at career day.
Mm.
Ain't no NFL owner stopping at the gas station and say that's Mr. So-and-so that own the Pistons.
Yeah.
They don't even know that. They don't even know their name.
You know what's so funny now that you're bringing it up? Man, every time we sit down, we had these conversations. That
You be taking
crazy,
me on.
bro.
You be taking me on down through there too, boy.
You know what's so funny?
I could talk about the TV shows of my generation was My Wife and Kids, Moesha, The Parkers, My Brother and Me, Gullah Gullah Island. We had some family units on TV as well, and it really didn't went left field.
So we having this conversation, right? And now you got me nostalgic because I'm thinking about all of the different conversations or all of the different TV shows that we had conversations about as we sat down and watched, right? And when I was coming up, I was watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? And to see his father subconsciously, or Carlton's father, take in Will, who was from Philly, but the father was a judge and a lawyer, and he was high powered and all of that other type of stuff. That did something to me, because then when I got access to certain things, it kind of jogged something for me. But it's funny, right? Because now I'm looking and all I see is Snowfall, The Wire.
Well, they re-sowing the seeds of the fathers back into the children. Think about what I'm saying. They re-sowing the seeds of the father, the sins of the fathers back into the children.
And that's the part of the video that stuck out to me the most. Because if you're not around as a father to make an imprint and an influence on your children, then somebody else will. And that's the best part I could say of growing up with my father. Though he was an alcoholic, though him and my mama used to fight, though I've seen him in and out of jail, I watched that man get up and go to work. I watched him provide for our family. So I was able to eat the meat and spit out the bones and grab what was good from him and discard what was negative and what I didn't want to take into my life. But if I never see my father at all, then I'm looking up to the dope boy. Then I'm looking up to the like, I hated when the weed man pulled up to my house and my daddy was going outside to buy weed. Yeah, his car was nice. Yeah, he was dressed crispy in his rim, but I hated that he was taking money away from my family. I didn't like him. Yeah, they wanted to be cool because I played basketball and all that shit, but I couldn't stand them people. So it's so many levels on how the sins of the parents affect the children. And if we really want to change society, then let's look out for the kids. Because they born new into this world. And every kid is a genius until the environment strips it from them and kills their creativity and kills their joy and turns their heart black.
They showing them their daddy life that they never got to see. They heard about this type. All this shit they seeing now is they daddy and them. BMF.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, homie. They re-sowing the sins of the fathers back into the hearts of the children. That's the generational curse.
That's crazy to think about, though, bro.
Man, these people know what they doing.
Like, even if you was watching...
Because if it shaped us, you don't think it ain't gonna shape them? If we didn't strive to be like Nino Brown, Doughboy, Ice Cube, all boys in the hood, we want to be hard like Doughboy in them slippers.
Dang.
In them house shoes.
That's why I say having a daddy is important, because I don't want to be like any of them individuals. But there were also movies that my mama and them was watching. So like I said, these are my OGs. That was a little before me.
Man, he was the coolest dude ever. Even in the movie, nobody wanted to be Ricky. Everybody wanted to be Doughboy, bro.
I like Ricky.
This is mine, homie. We looking for the white man in racism. In the other white boy, and the other white boy got us with the imagery, the mind control.
Nobody wanted to be Sharif.
If you've ever read the book As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, he said if you would guard your body, be sure to guard your mind, because propaganda is real.
Everybody wanted to be Old Dog.
God right.
Everybody wanted to be Old Dog.
Listen, hold on. Not even.
Bro, I remember the Southfield AMC right up there, dog, on Evergreen. So many dudes got killed after watching.
What's the that were going to college? Or Stacy? Nobody wanted to be Stacy, just a big cool. You didn't even have to be Muslim, just Big Stacy.
Yeah, bro.
Stacy,
this is crazy.
That's old girl brother from the wood.
We our children are reliving our days through the movies, so they go pick up the traits and the characteristics. Because what else do they have access to?
And this is why, as a parent, man, you really gotta be mindful of the content that your children are consuming. Like, you gotta be super duper involved. Who they best friends? I'm dummy nosy. My daughter, I'm sitting there asking her what she watching. I'm Googling the show, looking at the reviews. With my sons, I'm all engaged on what music they into. Because with me getting to work at a private school and getting to be around kids, man, they move at a different frequency. And the problem with most parents is they get out of step with their children, not knowing what's going on, what's coming up. And if we want to change the cycle and not let the matrix have such a hold on the minds of our children, then we got to step in. When's the last time you went outside and played with your kids? Sat down and played tic-tac-toe, played hangman, did a crossword puzzle with them, coloring book. It's time for us parents to be a lot more involved and active than we've ever been The same way we can complain about kids being hooked on video games and their cell phones, parents are the same way. It's a lot of mothers and fathers that spend a lot of time on social media while their kids is in the other room on social media. Sit together and read a book. Dedicate a movie night or something like that. Every Sunday in my house, 6 p.m., all TVs is off, all phones is off. Me, my wife, and all 7 of the children, we're in the same room, just talking, laughing, enjoying each other. Because life is busy. So make time for your family, because all the things that really matter in life are free. And if you don't influence your children, once again, the world will. None of these kids born into this world want to be rappers, drug dealers, strippers. They're influenced. And everything that you plant in your mind is a positive seed or a negative seed. If you take care of your garden, it's going to be beautiful. But if you don't, it's just going to be some weeds running nasty and looking disgusting. So start to look at your children as a seed that it's your job to give water and proper sunlight so it can grow into a beautiful flower. Shout out to Charleston and my OG Anton for this fantastic fire video. I really like these guys, man. Like I said, they drop a lot of gems and a lot of wisdom that if it was around when I was growing up, I move at a lot different frequency, but we all gonna link up one day. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, we outie. Peace.